Hey guys, welcome to another week, another teaser. So this one will be from the 9th and from the 8th, sorry, from the 8th until the 12th of September. So let's see what we have. Monday, Lhasa makes a chilling decision after a painful truth is revealed by Pretty. I'm assuming that she and Nkosi almost had a thing or had a thing. I'm guessing that is that. And Lehasa now has to decide whether to carry on with the Lobola negotiations or not after that revelation. Um, I mean, I mean, see, here's the thing: if Lehasa understands that it's only because Nkosi is trying to be him, it was, the obvious play that Nkosi will obviously go after his ex-wife and the current girlfriend because he was no longer around, just because he wanted to be him. So if he understands it like that, then he should carry on and marry. I mean, at the end of the day, she didn't choose him, right? She chose the husband. So I guess you know I guess that's all that matters. But hey, different views, different perspectives. Some might feel like yeah, some might feel like nah. So either way, I can say no right or wrong. It's up to the individual. Mapiti has ambitious plans for Maki's legacy, but Maki is resistant. I'm assuming that this has something to do with the supermarket because that's the only legacy that I can think of, or at least that Skeem Sam has shared about making the supermarket. Because we always hear the supermarket this, the supermarket there. So maybe whatever plans that Mapiti has, or yeah, whatever ambitious plans that she has, it's something to do with the supermarket. I can only assume that. Tuesday, Lehasa is caught in a compromising situation by his future in-laws. Compromising situation. Maybe on a call with Dr. Blue, flirting with Dr. Blue, something. I'm assuming that it's something to do with Dr. Blue. The Maputla family dinner is left hanging with an unexpected question. The Maputla family dinner, I'm assuming it's at Tibo's house. Whatever question this is, can't wait to hear the question is. So yeah, not much to add there. Mr. Homu strives to find closure for his family. For his family, is he talking about Ivy and what's the son Pex, or is he talking about the current wife? What's her name? The current wife and Pex. Because if we look at the current state of things, that's his family, Pex and the current wife. Why do I keep forgetting her name? Melita. I'm assuming, but closure. This sounds more like Ivy, like him and Pex moving on from that, from whatever they don't know about Ivy, because that's the thing. Because they don't know, so finding closure will be now they get to know exactly what happened, and then they can move on. Wednesday, Clement brings up Dr. Blue's visit with Pretty, stirring up emotions. This is okay. I wanted to say this is what the thing up here, this compromising situation. I wanted to say this was that compromising situation. Like I said, that I think it has something to do with Dr. Blue. I'm just not sure as to what would be happening, but so. And by reading this, I don't think Dr. Blue's visit will be in Polokwane. I don't think that. So, because by reading this here, where's that? Lehasa is caught in a compromising situation. I was thinking that he's over at Bulugwane when that happened. But now reading this, it sounds like, or maybe this is after the fact. But anyway, yeah. So obviously, Pretty will be rattled whenever there's Dr. Blue in the picture because you know what happens. She's like the other woman. So yeah, not much to add there. Pax overhears two people discussing the possibility of his mother being in Mozambique. Uh, what can you do though? What can you do? It's yeah, like what can you do when you find out that your mom is somewhere else? And maybe it will be a sign of relief that at least she's still alive, but at the same time it's like, well, can she come back kind of a thing? So not much to add there. Thursday, Pretty is concerned that Pumulo will lose his patience due to her family's unnecessary mistreatment. I wonder what they did, or this mistreatment. I wonder what that is. But yeah, can only wait and see. Melita comes up with a wild plan to get Ivy back. Not much to add. Thomas is unhappy about the upcoming interview guest. Mapiti, Tibos or Laza. No, but I don't think he has any beef with Laza, so he can't be there. So I'm thinking either Tibos or that's the only guy actually I can think of. I think it's Tibos. Friday, things get heated between two families during a Lobola negotiation. Oh, okay. So I see. So whatever Dr. Blue compromising situation with Lehasa, then it means Lehasa is whatever is going to happen there is still in Joburg, not in Bulugwane, because now it looks like the negotiations are happening on Friday. So I don't think he will be there like at least like a week prior or 5 days prior. That wouldn't make sense. So yeah, I'm guessing he's still in Joburg with that whole Dr. Blue visit and whatever other thing. Mr. Homu berates Melita for getting his son's hopes up by revealing the hiring of a private investigator to search for Ivy. I would think that should have been the first play. You would think that should have been the first play to get a private investigator so they can look into this. But yeah, you know when you there's a saying that goes, you cannot see the frames of a picture that you are within. So meaning, because we as the audience, we are on the outside looking in, some or most of the things become obvious. Like if someone is going through something, what they should have done becomes obvious for you looking from the outside. But if you were in their situation or position, you probably wouldn't see the frames because you are within that picture. And I think that's exactly what happened here. So the thought from Mr. Home that maybe I should hire a PI to look into this, probably that never even occurred because he was preoccupied with a whole lot of other things, while from the outside it becomes like the obvious play. So anyway, so nothing about Rachel here, nothing about drug laws, nothing about Leto. And that's, honestly speaking, that's like the only storyline not the only, the one of the storylines that I'm looking forward to is that one. But I guess we'll see how everything unfolds. So until next time, I'm Young, I'm out.